Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Royce, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. I'll be joined by Chris Mueller in a matter of moments here. So give us a call on the Bordas & Bordas hotline at 412-575-2600. Merry Christmas in July, Chris Mueller. I love the jacket. Love the shirt. That was a guy I wouldn't even have thought of that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was looking, I said, do I need to do Christmas in July one time before the month is out? I looked at my watch, I went, imagine that. It's July 25th. Christmas is on December 25th. Well, this is convenient, and the decision was made. So thank you for noticing, Richie. I appreciate it.
We had a Christmas in July party here at KDKA. It's been a great day. I had cookies. We had snacks. They gave away prizes. So Merry Christmas in July. No eggnog. They had soda here and other drinks, but we had some good sandwiches. But it is a Merry Christmas because Steelers training camp starts tomorrow. Me and Bob Pompiani will be out there tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we've all been waiting for, right? Probably the most anticipated camp, at least since Mike Tomlin's first one, since he kind of came out of nowhere to win the head coaching position over Russ Grimm and Ken Wisenhunt. And probably if you're going to exclude that one, it would be the most anticipated since Ben Roethlisberger's. But even more so than the Roethlisberger rookie camp, Richie, I think he was not brought in despite all the expectations maybe of what he would become down the road. He was supposed to be the number 3 guy. I don't even remember people taking all that seriously, the idea that he was going to play his rookie year, or if he was, it was going to be late in the season. Now you have a situation where I think a lot of people don't feel necessarily that Kenny Pickett is going to win the job at camp or in the preseason, but that Kenny Pickett's going to play at least half the season as the starter.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that. Obviously, we were young at the time when Ben took over, just starting our careers. At least I was out of college, and I remember that Ben. No one expected him to be the starting quarterback that year. They had Tommy Maddox. They also Charlie Batch, I believe, at some point, and then he got hurt. But, I think that the plan was, and it's just the Steelers' MO. We talked about this on Sunday, which was yesterday. That's what they do. They bring people along slowly. I understand that people get frustrated with that. But I think I'm in the camp that wants to give Mitch Trubisky a chance here to see what he can do. He had a couple years in the NFL. They brought him in for a reason. Give him a shot. See what he can do the first half of the season. If he stinks, then you bring Kenny Pickett in. But I can tell you this, and this is, if Kenny Pickett's a third quarterback, I think that would be like the dumbest move in the world. He's got to either be the backup or the starter.
I mean, I don't think he'll be the third quarterback. I'll be shocked if Mason Rudolph is on this team when the regular season starts on September 11th. Here's my question back to you, Richie. Just elaborate for me. What in Mitch Trubisky's career, like what on the field have you seen from Mitch Trubisky to make you think, I want to see that guy get a shot? What is it about him that intrigues you? Seriously.
Yeah. It intrigues me that he has some potential, right? It intrigues me that he was a high draft pick and maybe that there's still something there. Yes, he did not have a great season in Chicago. He had some good numbers in 2018, got hurt, mixed in with a bad coaching staff, a quarterback guru coach that obviously didn't look like one, and maybe it was the wrong situation. So he didn't really have an opportunity in Buffalo. He worked behind Josh Allen, and I understand that was the best thing for him, but it raised his stock, but it didn't show anyone out there if he can be a starter in the NFL again. I just want to give him a chance, and I want to see what he can do in another offense to see if it's Mitch Trubisky or if it was the situation that he was in.
I mean, I think it was Mitch Trubisky. It was probably some of both, but I think Mitch Trubisky in Chicago played a big role in Mitch Trubisky's failures. He just wasn't good enough to get the job done. It's a guy with 1 year of college starts under his belt. It never clicked for him. And, I mean, we could go back through the history of the league, but I don't think there are too many quarterbacks, even ones drafted highly in the first round, who go one place for 4 years, flame out, aren't particularly great, and then move on to find massive success, Richie, in another port of call. So while Mitch Trubisky might be the single best teammate on this entire roster, and the way guys talk about him, he is basically like extremely likable, I think it's pretty unlikely that Mitch Trubisky is going to prove to be a good quarterback on the field.
Do you think it was just the year? He just lucked into being at the right guy at the right time in the right draft, and that's why he got picked in the top 5?
No, I think he got lucky that the Bears became completely enamored with him to trade up one spot from 3 to 2 to make sure he didn't get taken in front of them. And he was in the same draft as Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. Maybe history would look more kindly on Trubisky if those two guys weren't selected within 10 picks of him, but they were. One of them's already a Super Bowl champion, and the other, if he ever gets his civil case situation resolved, which seems like it's going to happen soon, at least from the NFL's point of view, will end up probably getting back to being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, something Mitch Trubisky is not.
All right, well, we can continue that quarterback discussion because I'm sure that's going to be the topic of every single one of these shows moving forward. And tomorrow, both of those guys will be probably the guys that everyone's going to go after and try to talk to. That's going to be the big story the first couple of days of camp, of course. So I'm interested, and that's probably the most compelling storyline at camp so far. But right now, it's Mitch Trubisky. And right now, we have to take a break back in a couple minutes right here on Pittsburgh CW. Also listening live on 93.7 The Fan.